laughing at you. He was asleep. I don't look weird if I did.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is our tradition at Africentric of the college staff march in to drumming after presenting you Elder Tony West and Mr. Lavelle Tuss. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2021. Stay standing. Graduates, please remain standing for the recitation of the school vision. Would all attendees please stand as well? Our school vision is found on page 5 of our graduation program. Please feel free to join us. High achievement and early college for each student as we affirm the positive leadership of African Americans to benefit the global community. Now we're going to try that again, and this time, students, we're going to do it like we normally do, where you repeat after me. All right, let's try this. High achievement.
High achievement.
Early college.
Early college.
For each student. As we affirm the positive leadership of African Americans to benefit the global community. Thank you. You may be seated. Again, thank you to Elder Tony West and Mr. Lavelle Tuss for bringing us in with the drums. Our leadership principles of MIAD at Columbus Africentric Early College are balance, harmony, justice, reciprocity, righteousness, and truth. Our community values of Nguza Saba are unity, umoja, self-determination, kujichagulia, collective work and responsibility, ujima, purpose, Nia, and creativity, Kumba, followed closely by faith, Imani. At this time, I will introduce the platform guests. I will begin from my left. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Platform guests, please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all have been introduced. Starting to my left, Ada Nicholson Burley, Senior Class Advisor. Tanya Street, high school guidance counselor. Linda Snyder, I Know I Can advisor. Henry Warren, high school assistant principal. Alicia Gillison, chief of engagement. Michael Cole, Columbus City Schools board member. Dr. Luther Johnson, Region 6 area superintendent. Now to my right, Landon Steele, senior class president. Michaela Wheat, senior class salutatorian. Ariana Smith, senior class valedictorian. Lyric Ransom, senior class valedictorian. Elijah Burke, senior class representative. And Naima Green, senior class vice president. Lastly, seated behind me on the stage are the members of the CAEC faculty and staff selected by students to present them with their diplomas. Staff, please stand. Thank you to all of your dedication to our students, and may you please be seated. Will the class of 2021 please stand? Graduates, today you are joined by hundreds of your closest friends, family members, and mentors. Would you please take a moment to turn around or turn to the side and acknowledge your invited guests? Thank you. And everyone, please be seated at this time. And now I present to you Naima Green.
Hello, my name is Naima Green, and I am the Vice President for the class of 2021. Next fall, I will be attending the University of Akron. I would like to introduce Imani Williams and Unique Tucker, both CAEC students. I'll be reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the National Anthem, sung by Imani Williams, and the Black National Anthem, sung by Unique Tucker. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the singing of the National Anthem and the Black National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings with the harmonies of liberty. Let all rejoice and rise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith and the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope and the presence has brought us. Facing the rising sun, but a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you. You may all be seated at this time. Graduation is a special occasion for students and parents alike. It is special in that, as most significant events in life, it has not come easy. The challenges faced by students and those who have pushed, pulled, and prodded and indeed got them across the finish line by any means necessary pay homage to the fact that indeed hard work does pay off. This gathering is representative of a collective efforts of these graduates and those individuals, most of whom are present today, who have sought after their better end and what is in their best interest. For the graduating class of 2021, this ceremony marks the end of one journey and the beginning of the next. Would all in attendance please give yourselves a round of applause? This year marks the first occasion that Juneteenth is being celebrated in Franklin County. Juneteenth is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of ending of slavery in the United States. Dating back to 1865, it was on June 19th that Union soldiers led by Major General Gordon Granger landed at Galveston. This news that the war had ended was delivered and that the slaves were now free. But note that this was 2.5 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which had become official on January 1st of 1863. The Emancipation Proclamation had little impact on the Texans due to the minimal number of Union soldiers to enforce the new executive order. However, with the surrender of General Lee in April of 1865 and the arrival of General Granger's regiment, the forces were finally strong enough to influence and overcome the resistance. So whether white or black, regardless of your ethnicity, your geographic or national origin, Juneteenth is an American celebration. So it is your celebration. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, this is my Juneteenth. I think we can do better than that. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, this is my Juneteenth.
This is my Juneteenth.
Now say to the person a few rows over, this is your Juneteenth. Now everybody in the auditorium shout, this is our Juneteenth.
This is our Juneteenth.
Listen, this is our Juneteenth. Juneteenth belongs to all of us, and it is especially important in 2021, important to this graduating class because after a year of contending with COVID-19, increasing youth violence, domestic violence, and national concerns surrounding racial injustice, we could all use some liberation. It is important for us after this very tough school year to be reminded of our common humanity and of our shared responsibility to look after one another and to always affirm that which seeks the highest good of the other. As we are hearing in the graduation speeches in a few moments, this class understands challenge. But thank goodness, challenge is not the end of the story. After challenge, if we persist, comes triumph. And this year's graduating class has triumph. In my 5th year as director of CAEC, I continue to discover what many of you already know. Columbus Africentric is a special place, full of special people. It is special because of its history, its mission, its vision, values, attributes, and staff. It is special because of its students and alumni, a special place because of parents, and a special place because of its community. It is made special by the people who both know and are intimately connected with it. We are a cauldron of hope, developing students, leaders who will impact their city, the state, the nation, and the nations. I would like to personally thank my area superintendent, Dr. Luther Johnson, principal coach, Dr. Bob Murphy, my high school administrative team, Mr. Henry Warren, and athletic director, Leanna Coots, for their hard work and dedication this year. A special thanks also goes out to Sherry Edwards, middle school principal, and Tyree Pollard, elementary school principal. I would also like to acknowledge a few individuals who are in the audience today. Elder Tony West, who you heard earlier, leading the procession with his remarkable drumming, Charles Tennant, and most important in my life, my wife, Dr. Kenyana Walker. Would all of you please stand and be recognized? Yeah, if I called your name, stand and be recognized. That's Dr. Johnson, that's Mr. Warren. All right, there we go. Thank you, thank you. You may be seated. This June graduating class of 2021 consists of 55 members, representing a graduation rate of 93%. While our goal is always 100% graduation rate, a few students, because of various circumstances, are not represented here today, but it is our commitment to them that we will not stop pulling for them until they too cross the finish line, with the goal of doing so in August. Would Anuti Tyler, Lyric Ransom, and Adante Mays please stand? These young people have each earned full ride academic scholarships. Each will be attending a 4-year university next year. Anuti received the President's Scholarship and will be attending Central State University next year. For God, for Central. Where you at, Warren? For God, for Central. Okay, we got like 2 Central State graduates in here. Wake up, y'all. Lyric is part of the Young Scholars Program and will be attending The Ohio State University. To all my Buckeyes, OH! Now we're awake. Adante received the Alliance Scholarship and will be attending Denison University. I don't know Denison's, absolutely. I don't know Denison's motto, so we can handle it this way. All the parents just say free. That's enough. If it don't make dollars, it don't make, okay, somebody knows what I'm talking about. We are proud of the hard work of each of these young people. Graduating class, we are. Oh, wake up. We are. We are. We are. We get. Y'all got it. We're going to get it by the end. All right, you may be seated, my folks standing. Lyric Ransom, please remain standing. Lyric accounted for more than 1/3 of this year's total scholarship dollars. Absolutely. Listen to this. She earned scholarships in the amount of $1,157,908.03. No, I'm just joking about the 3 cents. But that's important too. All right, graduating class, we are. We are. We are. We get. All right, Lyric, keep standing. And Ariana Smith, would you please join her standing? This is the first year that I'm aware of, and certainly in my 5 years at CAEC, that we have had 2 valedictorians. Both Lyric and Ariana have achieved 4-point+ GPAs. They are both tremendous student athletes, And so what a tremendous accomplishment and testament to their dedication for both of these young ladies. We are, we get. All right, Lyric, you may sit down, but Ariana remains standing. I'm gonna work y'all today. Y'all gonna earn these diplomas. All right, Elijah Burke, Ernest Johnson, and Malia Johnson, please join Ariana standing. All of these young people have demonstrated remarkable persistence in the face of adversity. You see, they are all athletes, and each had at least 2 seasons of athletic participation impacted by COVID-19 restrictions. Elijah and Ernest lost an entire postseason. But listen, after experiencing these setbacks, they could have quit, they could have given up, they could have packed it in, but they didn't. Why? Because they're Nubians. Each will be attending college next year on a full ride athletic scholarship. Ariana at Indiana State University, Malia at the University of Pittsburgh, Elijah at St. Thomas Aquinas College, and Ernest at Fort Scott Community College. Congratulations to each of you on your endurance, and keep moving forward. We are, we get. Y'all may be seated. Landon Steele, Michaela Wheat, and Sharice Angel, would you please stand? Each of these students will be attending HBCUs next year. Landon at Morehouse College, Michaela at Spelman College, and Sharice at Clark Atlanta University. Landon's story is remarkable. I heard his church raised over $11,000 in a weekend to provide tuition assistance for his first year at Morehouse. Bringing new meaning to the phrase, won't he do it? Listen, ATL, here they come. All the best to each of you as you embark on this next phase of your journey. And remember, we are, we get. All right, y'all got it. Y'all may be seated. Justin Fudge, would you please stand? Justin has been competing in the state track meet the last couple of days. Yesterday, he returned to the school with 2 new accomplishments, having broken the school long jump record and winning the Division III long jump contest. Mr. Fudge will be competing in a state track meet later today at Westerville North. It's going to be 90 degrees, y'all. Somebody say hydrate. Yeah. Congratulations, Justin. And remember, we are, and we get. Lastly, Justin, you can sit down. Lastly, I would like for Naima Green, Savannah Williams, and Vanessa Williams to stand. I can personally attest to the fact that these 3 young ladies have been model students throughout their middle school and high school journey at CAEC. They have been steady, they have been focused, and they have been always ready to assist. Each of them completed the Law and Leadership Institute at The Ohio State University, and Naima was recognized this year by the Ohio Association of Black School Educators as Student of the Year. Way to go, ladies, and I'm looking forward to see what the next journey brings you. We get. All right. And now, with the entire graduating class of 2021, please stand. I am proud to report that collectively they have earned more than 4,900 internship hours in service to the greater Columbus community. Most notably, this class has earned a total of $3,338,564.02. I added the 2 cents, and scholarship dollars and awards. Remember, we get. One more time, we We are, we get, that's right, you may be seated. So thank you for allowing me this opportunity to recognize just a few of the accomplishments of our students. Time does not permit for me to recognize each student individually, but as you can see, we are Nubians, and Nubians means seeker of gold. I would like to leave the graduates with this. Knowledge is the acquisition or gathering of information. Wisdom is the right application of knowledge, and understanding occurs when you grasp wisdom to the degree that you can apply it consistently with results across multiple variables and with different scenarios. In life and in fishing, the trick of the trap is always in the bait. The fish doesn't know that behind the thing that it wants is something that it doesn't want. Don't get hooked. Listen and learn from the experiences of others. Be positive and focus on the positive. Apply wisdom and get understanding. And now, Elijah Burke, Senior Class Representative for the Class of 2021.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elijah Burke, and I'm the class representative for the class of 2021. Next year, I will be attending St. Thomas Aquinas College. I had the privilege and honor to introduce the senior class presentations. The class valedictorians will provide a moment of reflection and inspiration. First, Lyric Ransom, valedictorian, will present her speech entitled, "Don't Let Anyone Else Hold the Pen." Lyric will be followed by Ariana Smith, also class valedictorian, providing a reflection entitled, "A Resilient Graduating Class." Please welcome Lyric Ransom.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lyric Ransom, and it's an honor to stand here before you today as Columbus Africentric Early College's 2021 valedictorian. I'm sure when we started the school year, we all let out a collective sigh because when the year began, we were at home. Instead of walking into the school on the first day to see our peers and teachers as seniors, we logged into countless Zoom meetings. We lost opportunity to attend football games, homecoming, and those who play sports lost the chance to have an entire season. There seemed to be no hope in sight of us entering this building again or ever having a traditional experience. Thankfully, we are all here today sharing this momentous occasion. We have much to get here, 4 years of hard work and a global pandemic. So give yourselves a round of applause for not only thriving, but thriving. I am utterly grateful to graduate with such a cohort. When I look into the crowd, I see future doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, teachers, psychologists, and creatives. From the moment I walked through the doors of Columbus Africentric Early College, I knew it would be a difficult transition from middle school to high school. From feeling like an outcast and like I didn't fit in to meeting some of my best friends, Aliana Tutti. From feeling a sense of uncertainty about my future to discovering my true passion and or significance with the help of my peers. From having a small support system to having a village of support. From nearly being wiped out from a virus to being together one last time for graduation. Here we are 4 years later despite it all. Remember our freshman year, we wrote countless essays from Mama Carter. During sophomore year, Mama Fountain would smile so sweetly as she assigned Merit Alex topics weekly. Junior year, Baba Zink made sure we knew our rights just in time to exercise them to protest racial injustice during the pandemic. And our senior year brought Mama Imai's chemistry class and tie-dye and It's been an incredible 4 years, full of highs and lows, but we have all made it here today. What I adore most about attending CAE, the majority of the students are African American. I'm grateful to have had a high school experience surrounded by people who love and teach African and African American culture and principles. I also love and appreciate the representation our Black teachers and principals, including Dr. Walker Warren and other staff members. Moreover, I hope that we can rebuild our village and vision to better prepare every child that comes through the doors of CAEC. Because outside of these four walls, we are not the majority, but the minority, and are treated as such. Beyond, we will be questioned and underestimated because of the color of our skin. However, as we have seen in countless protests this past summer, my generation is determined to speak out against injustice and create generational wealth. We should be building a community that value love and protection. Our future is bright throughout our collective high school hardships and triumphs. In an hour, we will leave this auditorium, we will walk out as a ready to embark on our respective colleges or careers. Please take this day and use it as momentum to prepare you forward. Today is undoubtedly a celebration, but tomorrow the real work begins. We have to be purposeful in our thinking and actions to keep complicity at a distance. During the school year, I had a difficult choice to continue taking college courses or give myself a break. After careful consideration, I decided to continue my college coursework. Tried to creep in and derail my dreams, but I fought it off by challenging myself. I want to challenge you not to be complicit. Let's not leave here today too comfortable with our high school experience. Instead, ask ourselves, what's next? Of course, there's a certain degree of fear with leaving the teachers and administrators who supported us throughout this journey. Yet, Nika Giovanni once said, I really don't think life is about the I could have beens. Life is only I don't mind, but I can't imagine how I forgive myself if I didn't try. So try your best in all your future endeavors. Life isn't not about failures, but challenging yourself to move beyond your comfort zone to walk into your optimal purpose. As we embark on another chapter of our lives, I challenge everyone to keep going and never to look back, never stop exploring and believing and discovering you. How cliche because representation matters. We have to leave a mark so that many generations after us can follow and reclaim our power, all while keeping our identity. One of my favorite artists is Erykah Badu once said, they play it safe, are quick to assassinate what they do not understand, they move in packs ingesting more and more fear with every act of hate on one another. They feel most comfortable in groups with less guilt to swallow. They are what we have become, afraid to respect the individual as a person within the circumstances can move one to change, to love herself, to love. Let us strive to respect individuals on our quest of balance. In closing, still we rise like Maya Angelou, Martin Luther King Jr., and overcome adversity with assertiveness like Malcolm X. I would like to thank my support system. Thank you, Grandma, for your unconditional love and words of wisdom. Thank you, Winter, Jordan, and Journey, for teaching me patience and for being my motivators and stressors. Thank you, Mother, for believing in me and being there for me every step of the way. Also, I would like to send a special thank you. Cindy, I did it, Road Dog. Oh my God, this is better. I couldn't even take it. Thank you, everyone, and everybody who helped me get here today. I'm super proud of all of us and can't wait to see what the future holds. I am and forever will be a Nubian. I'll be closing out with two more quotes, one from Aubrey Drake Brown, aka my favorite rapper. He said, when writing the story of your life, don't let anyone hold the pen. And my final quote is from Tupac, who said, life's a test, mistakes are lessons, but the gift of life is
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today is the day that we're moving on with our life and becoming young adults. I always wonder what this day would be like and how it would feel. I remember we were just freshmen, coming into school, unfamiliar with the building and location of our classes, yet anxious to see new faces. If time travel ever became possible and people from 3021 look back at our high school experience, they would see a tremendous growth in every last one of us. Mentally, we were more mature, knowledgeable, and aware of respective futures. Physically, doubted our Basically, I know everyone may have regretted some of our fashion choices. Speaking for myself, I had we all had a tremendous navigation. It's one word that describes our freshman and sophomore year. Now let's go back to summer 2017. We were all just enjoying the summer, not knowing what would happen when the fall came around. August came quicker than most of us would have thought and imagined. On the first day of high school, we were all very excited and ready to see what was in store for the next 4 years, sitting in classes with people we never seen before and meeting new teachers. We were trying to see who we were, where we would fit in, and where we belong. It took us a minute, but really everything came kind of natural to us. We started bonding with each other and getting more familiar with the atmosphere. Freshman year was the first for a little bit of everything. late night football games, homecoming, basketball, pep rallies, games. That year was more memorable for most. The girls basketball team won states and the boys team made it to state finals. By the way, it was a big highlight for me and a few other of my Lady Nubians. Big team, they need some really big rings. They need some really nice things, better be coming with no strings. Everything that year was good and we were able to get through a tough first year. During our sophomore year, we became more aware of our ability. When I walked to school on the first day, I expected to see a familiar face. But sadly, Mama Carter left us, and especially me. Thank goodness she realized where home was and came back. The consequences of poor time management and planning, quite frankly, middle children of the school. We weren't the youngest who had extra privileges, nor the oldest who had more responsibilities. We were left to figure it out and navigate new challenges. I was obsessed with basketball throughout my sophomore year and maintaining my GPA while taking college classes for the first time. Highlights were my big talent show debut. Mama Imai planned a fun trip for us to watch the sunrise over the water and explore, and at the end of the year we saw Mama Burley dust Baba Warren during the last outdoor pep rally. The girls basketball team won states for the second time and had an undefeated season, of course, to accumulate the year, which was a huge accomplishment. Good things came to an end, so did our sophomore year. We said our goodbyes to underclassmen and hello to the upperclassmen enrolling in the school. One word to describe our junior and senior year would be unpredictable. Our previous year, if anyone said our junior year was unceremoniously ended in a global and racial pandemic, we would have indeed said they were lying. We began with the unusual college essays and ACT. We also thought about planning our perfect dress code violation. Pandemic prevention. We managed to have some fun making TikToks to our favorite songs and learning new hobbies during quarantine. Words and phrases like pandemic, quarantine, mask, and building a plane while flying it became our reality. The uncertainty of surviving a deadly virus or police brutality became constant fears. As we marched downtown in the summer heat, we knew our sophomore year would never be the same. Thankfully for our experience at Africentric, it was more aware of racial injustice and how to use the voice to protest. I also knew that I had the support of my teachers and my family to vent to help me process these tragic events. When the summer days ended and the fall began, we anxiously awaited news for our return. Unfortunately, our senior year started just like our previous year, ended on Zoom with online assignments and dreading 11:50 p.m. It almost felt as we were freshmen again, navigating uncertain waters. Anytime Columbus City School update, we held our breath to any sign of return. We continued online school for 3/4 of the school year, which was amazing. At the same time, COVID exposed inequities which within our educational system, funding, and apparent differences between OCC and Columbus City School divisions of sports. Many student athletes in the city districts had their season cut short and were not allowed to practice for months for games. It seemed as though we would never have a traditional high school experience during the pandemic. Many tragic realities, though we made it, we were not all unharmed. COVID disproportionately affects minorities, many lives were lost, and some hit close to home. But fourth quarter, we were able to return 2 days a week. It was a bliss. We would see our peers again, learning in classroom, prom, and now graduation. We made it. Adversity, we are here today to graduate, period. We are arguably the most resilient graduate class and arrive here today. Our high school experience has been filled with culminates at this moment. Let's savor it and enjoy it. As I took us through the past, I would be remiss if I didn't thank the people who mean the most to me. I'd like to thank my wonderful parents for being the biggest supporters and always having my back. When I needed my mom, she was always there to rescue me. Like Tupac said, you are appreciated. I love you. My dad always kept me in the latest Jordans and protects me. Also, my loving grandma for coming to every last event, from basketball to choir recitals. Lastly, I would like to thank my adoring sisters and darling niece Leia. They're my rock and my secret keepers, and without them, I would not be who I am today. They get on my last nerves, but at the end of the day, we love each other. Before I end this speech, I encourage all of you to thank your parents for their support of your accomplishments here today. And congratulations. Thank you.
Oh my God, I think my leg is asleep. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michaela Weed, and next year I will be, not next year, but in the fall, I will be attending Spelman College. I have the honor of introducing the graduation speaker for this ceremony, Mr. Michael Coe, a believer in the possibility of infinite possibilities. Columbus City School Board member Michael Coe brings nearly 20 years of experience in public affairs, television/radio, and education advocacy. As your board member, he successfully led the district's first major community listening tour entitled Moving Forward, Dreaming Big 2020. He also worked with the board to improve student achievement and access to life-changing opportunities. After beginning his career in news writing and photojournalism, Mr. Coe would transition into policy and politics as a public affairs consultant and political strategist to notable congressional, statewide, and municipal campaigns. From 2004 to 2008, he also produced and hosted a public affairs talk radio program on Columbus AM 1580 WVKO entitled What's What with Mike Coe. Mr. Coe has made numerous appearances on national and local news programs, including The Gretchen Carlson Show on Fox National News, and was a regular panelist on WOSU's Columbus on the Record. Today, he has taken his talents to the areas of equity and education, information technology, and workforce as an administrator. Michael holds a Bachelor of Arts from The Ohio State University and a master's degree from Seton Hall University. He and his wife, Lee, of 21 years, are the loving parents of a graduate and current student of Columbus City Schools.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Ooh, let me take that mask off. This is so difficult. I can't wait for the city to lift the ban so we can start breathing again. Let me do a couple things first and foremost. Let me greet you in some of our African native tongue. Let's start off in West Africa with the Wolof. Nagadef, brothers and sisters, Nagadef. Let's go to Nigeria. Mamawa Aha. Mamawa Aha. That's Nigeria. That is the language of Twi for our African American brothers and sisters who didn't know. Let's go all the way to East Africa, second largest continent on the face of this earth and the richest continent on the face of this earth. Let's go to our Swahili brothers and sisters and say jumbo. Say that, jumbo. All right. This is wonderful greetings from all over the country, all over the continent of Africa through several different countries and several different ethnic tribes of people. But one more apropos place to do that here. Here's the other thing I want to do. I want to share a quick story, and it's such a testament to this school here. One of my neighbors, white fella, good guy, but, you know, just one of those folks who sometimes has to be educated on why we do certain things specifically for us as black folks, as African Americans. He said, Mr. Cole, what do you need this Africentric school for? I mean, isn't what we teach in the schools enough? I mean, it's almost kind of like, you know, bear with me, but it's almost kind of like, you know, an insult. I very calmly and patiently and wisely respond to him by saying this, that this is an opportunity for us to teach cultural competently curriculum to students that need it the most. An opportunity to allow folks who don't have that own knowledge and sense of pride of who and whose and where they come from, to have that opportunity to have it in a school from pre-K to 12. With that in mind, this is one of my proudest achievements, not talking at this graduation, but actually being a vehement, ardent, passionate supporter of this school. One of my joyful moments was promoting this brother, Baba Dr. Todd Walker, to this position of Dean and Director of this school. It was a very prideful moment. I had seen his work, his outstanding work at Walnut Ridge. We want to keep him. I didn't want to lose him. And he has come here and made this a safe haven and a place of pride. Almost, you guys are almost like a fraternity or sorority. You really are. You're your own district secret society. You're one of the best kept jewels and gems in the entire district. Amen. So when people get to hooping and hollering at me about cars, and I want to get into cars, and I want to get into, you know, when they get into all of that, I say, especially to our people, I say, hey, you might want to check out Africentric. There's a reason why you guys have the wait list that you have here. You all know what it is. Go shout that story to so many others who come before people like myself, elected officials, business leaders, right? Folks that I'm in the room with all the time, talking mamager hambo, that's African for, you know, what comes out of a cow pasture. BS. Pardon my Deutsch. But I get really frustrated when folks come and talk about our schools in such a way to say that you are pitiful and you don't have anything and you just, and I see students like this with so many cords around their necks, with so many seminal achievements in their lives, athletically, scholastically, community-based. You gave over 4,000 hours to the city of Columbus of your blood, sweat, tears, hard work. Don't let anybody tell you in this city or anywhere else to question your value. You should know it already. We are, we get better and better. All right, I just had to do that. So, I've expressed my tremendous joy and pride in what is an outstanding, nothing less than an outstanding achievement. You know, last year was a very tough time for me personally. My daughter graduated from the district last year, and I had to be her prom date. You know, we worked to create so many different partnerships. Mr. Gillison, thank you. Radio One, you know, we got to be on the radio and all that stuff. But it just didn't feel the same, and it really hurt my heart deeply. But I'm so proud of this year. I'm so proud to have the opportunity to bring some sense of normalcy, and I want to thank my colleagues and Dr. Dixon for that as well. My colleagues on the board, led by Jennifer Adair and Ramona Reyes. I want to thank all of my colleagues on the board and Dr. Dixon, the administration, for trying to bring back some normalcy. What comes after you will only get what? Better and better. But you are the forefathers of this movement, this continuous movement towards progress. So I just again want to thank you. I also want to thank your parents, your family, your friends, all of those who have extended their love. Yes, clap it up. Students, graduates, clap it up. I want to extend that very, very deeply heartfelt thank you. You know, it's said that we are to raise our children to be a very smite to Satan. Satan means enemy, the adversary, just so you know. It means the adversary. His name was Lucifer. God named him that. Then when he left, the way he left, he changed his name. He gave him a new name, called him Satan, Shaitan. Again, means the adversary. You are to be a smite. You are born and raised to be a smite, a slap to the very face of all that he represents to destroy each and every one of us. So if even some of y'all in your family didn't know that, you know today. If you didn't know, now you know. So I want to talk a little bit about, just very quickly, I want to start with a question to each and every one of you in this auditorium. My question to each and every one of you is this: what is it moving forward that you want to seed into the earth, that you want to sow into the earth? What principles, what values, what ideas, what beliefs do you want to sow into the earth and reap for the benefit of yourselves and others, gifting it to the world? What is it that you want to reap and gift to the world that you have sown into the earth? What is it? Today we'll talk very briefly about the reaping. And REAP for me is an acronym. It's an acronym that starts with R. You're at a point in your lives right now where you are engaging, you are embarking on a very serious change. Now it's time for you to restore and retool. Each of us in this room has a tool belt filled with the implements of character, the highest level of character, the highest level of knowledge and wisdom and scholarship, the highest level of physical ability, the highest level of spirit with worship in mind. These are the implements of our tool belts, your gifts, your talents, your passions. Never lose sight of that. For some of us who are dealing with the tough emotions of depression and fear, now is the time to restore by retooling, knowing what's in your tool belt. Our next letter is E, for education. You know, some of y'all, I'm seeing with my halfway good eye. Some of y'all look like you're around my age or closer and might know that super producer by the name of Teddy Riley. In the words of Teddy Riley, it ain't over. It ain't over. You are constant learners. The mission of this district is that each student is highly educated, prepared for leadership and service, and empowered for success as a citizen in the global community. That's the mission statement of this district, one that's very uniquely aligned with good reason to the mission of this school, the vision of this school. Young world, constantly learn. Learn the deepest sources and areas of yourself, not just what you study in the books. The books is science, but you are cosmic. You are esoteric. You are something embedded with so much more than some research in a book. Learn the research. Develop new research, but know thyself, the oldest axiom known to man that comes from the continent of Africa. Let's go to A. Now, I might not become as popular with you guys on this letter, but your parents are gonna love me. Your people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I like this guy. A is accountability. It's time to step your accountability game up. And here's the beautiful thing. You already have a strategic advantage in this space. You already have it. One of these principles that you learned, self-determination, is just one of several that are attributed to accountability. It's time now for those, just by show of hands, how many of you all have a cell phone? Cell phone, anyone? Bueller? Okay, got you. How many of you pay for the cell phone bill? Wow. Okay, so it's a few of you, but not a lot. Watch this. Stepping up the accountability game means, Mom, Dad, how do I put 5 on the bill? That's right. Doc said 500. But how do I put 5 on the bill? Mom, Dad, how can I help in any way possible with the mortgage, with the rent, with the food? All of the things that we collectively enjoy today, that you with hard work, grit, determination, and love for me, get out and work and provide for every day. Give yourselves another round of applause for that. Step up the accountability game. And the last is what I believe is the most important. It is passionately seek peace in all things that you do. Derive from everything that you do and give. Gift peace. Receive peace from it. I was reading something in Isaiah, kind of listening to it more so. But going over a passage in Isaiah that talked about the worst enemy of God's creation, man. and it's fear. It's fear. We are so riddled with anxiety. We are so riddled with fear of the unknown. We are so riddled with the fear of ambiguity that we allow it to control our minds, and we begin to lose our minds. You are to guard your mind with everything that you have, and not just your knowledge of yourself, not just your sense of achievement, because you'll fail too, and that's all right if you learn from it. But you have peace by balancing it with surrender. As much as you have will on one side, you have surrender on another. Probably very late last year, began this odd process of losing my vision. I've been struggling to keep my vision. And I'm a guy who could see down the road here and with my eyes very well, in the dark. Now I'm trying to work to get it back. But even when you face that kind of, and there's nothing more scary to me than, at least initially, than one losing a major sense. But at the end of the day, when you have peace, when you are shod in peace, when you are wearing the shoes of peace and passionately walking in that path, you can face anything, because now you know how to surrender. You know how to will yourself, but you also know how to surrender to what it is that's greater than you, that you ultimately have to trust in. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? All right. So as we close, young world, my graduates, this graduating class of Columbus Africentric Early College 2021, if nobody told you today that you have done something magnanimous, that noble, that you've done something awesome, that you've achieved something that every one of us in this room knew you could do, and if we didn't, we sure enough know today. But we knew you could do this. If nobody told you that they loved you, I love you. This board, I know it does as well. This administration, I know it does well. If no one told you that they are hyena happy and peacock proud of this graduating class symbol of achievement, of graduating with a high school diploma from the Columbus Africentric Early College, well, let me tell you today that we are hyena happy and peacock proud. This graduating class, I send you off with our love. I send you off with our best wishes. I send you off with an extension to stay close to us. Even if you need to invite me to be a part of your team moving forward, I am happy to do that. I am on the website for the district. My number is my house number. Feel free to call me and I will direct my steps to figure out how we help you. God bless each and every one of you. God bless Columbus Africentric Early College and the Columbus City School District. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Always inspirational. Y'all didn't know y'all getting a preacher today, did you? Okay, watch out now. I like seeing young people get nervous, Mr. Cole, when you tell them you love them. They don't know what to do with that sometimes. They think it's corny. But look, love is just the desire to benefit others, even at the expense of yourself. It's not cheesy, it's not soft, it's not weak. It just says that I'm seeking your highest good, even when it costs me. And so you are surrounded by family, by friends, by staff, by folks that are invested in you, even when it costs us. So be proud of that. At this time, we're going to have a presentation of our legacy students. And so I want to say just a word, and then Ms. Street is going to come, our high school counselor, and acknowledge those students. Africentric is a unique environment in that we are 3 schools, 1 campus. And so currently we have preschool. These legacy students that will be honored today were started in kindergarten and went all the way through to the 12th grade, but we'll have to calculate, Mr. Warren, the graduating class that will include preschool, because then they're going to have to be in preschool as well. But what a tremendous accomplishment to be able to maintain that sort of continuity across 13 years of education in a special place like this. So without further ado, Ms. Street, would you come for the presentation of legacy students?
Hi Hi there. It is said that a legacy is that which one leaves, upon which those coming behind can build. The legacy members of the class of 2021 have solidified their place in history and have raised the legacy bar for those who remain at Columbus Africentric Early College. Your legacy is one of triumph over tragedy and perseverance in the pursuit of purpose. Your legacy is that of excellence over excuses and results over rhetoric. Others talked while you worked. There is an African proverb that reads, "One generation plants the trees, another gets the shade." For the past 13 years, these following students, the legacy class of 2021, has been planting the trees of greatness under which others will reap the shade. Will the following students please come to receive your award? That would be Naima Green, Jada Martin, Kennedy Newell, Anika Slaughter, come to the stage, and Anuti Tyler.
All right. And now for the main attraction. Mr. Cole, would you please stand? Sir, I hereby certify that each member of the June 2021 graduating class of Columbus Africentric Early College High School has met the prescribed requirements of the United States Department of Education, the Ohio Department of Education, and Columbus City School Board Education for graduation from high school, and that each is prepared to receive the appropriate diploma. Staff, at this time, please prepare for the presentation of the diplomas. Ms. Snyder, would you come?
Ashanti Chambers.
Stand up.
Sharice Angel. Malia Johnson. Acacia Hughes. Anaya Murphy. Landon Steele.
Morehouse.
Raheem Dickerson.
Okay, Rock. There you go, Rock.
Jamilin Hayes. Ernest Johnson III.
Okay, Big Iron.
Nisharad Rutland. Ariana Smith. Michael Wilder. Savannah Williams.
Okay, Savannah.
Michael Wright Jr. Ladea Brantley. Janaya Wakil. George Bowman Jr.
George. Good job, George.
Yes, sir, George. Shayon Porter. Isaiah Worsham Jr.
Mask off, sir. Great picture. Amen. Amen.
Nijay Allen. Justin Fudge Jr.
The champ is here.
Anuti Tyler. Alyssa Barrett.
Good job, Ms. Barrett.
Elijah Juan Burke.
Came a long way, little Eli.
Zayaya Grant.
Came a long way, little Eli. Amen.
Walter Mosley Jr. Kennedy Newell. Anika Slaughter. Michaela Reed. Vanessa Williams. Avante Armstead. Phoenix Gamble. Kayana Allen. Kevin Walker. Cedric Slocum. Davion Allen.
Good job, Brother Allen.
Aliana Brooks. Desana Hunt. Taylon James. Javon Lawson. Falashade My Joy Obey. McKnight.
Came a long way, Aaron. Shoe game killing it.
Mill. Anaya Perry. Nevaeh Collins Kyle. David Beasley Jr.
Okay, David.
Ariana Colson. Lashana Gordon. Jalea Martin. Adante Mays. Antoine Williams. Naima Green.
Yeah, Nima.
Inisa Davis Turner.
Bring it on home, Zane. Bring it on home.
See the best of life.
Great job.
With the graduating class of 2021, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Columbus Africentric Early College graduating class of 2021. And with that, I'll hold off on the music just a minute. Okay, yeah, we ready to go here. I'm going to invite Mr. Landon Steele to the podium.
All right, y'all brothers and sisters, y'all know what time it is. Congratulations, my brothers and sisters. You may now turn your tassels from the right to the left.
All right, watch out now, Landon, because I might join you up here. We might have a problem. We might get into something. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for your participation. Graduates, you can be seated for just a minute. I'm going to give just some closing instructions, and then we will we'll be recessing out. Yes, she did. So just for some final instructions, we ask for the audience to remain seated where you are as we recess from the platform. Students, we will recess out in a manner that we came in, the same with faculty and staff. The way that you came in is the way that you go out, platform folks. And so the students do have to receive their actual physical copy of the diploma in the auditorium at the school, and then you can meet them out, families, in the green space with the walkways in between this gymnasium and the school. And that way we can maintain order. Students, make sure when you recess out again, we're coming out, going back in the same way that we, or going back into the building the same way that we came into this facility. Make sure that you are expedient, because we want to make sure that you get your diplomas and turn in your stoles when you get your diploma. You may keep your mask. At that final instruction, we are thanking you for coming. Appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful